The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. What is going on, my Ghost Mafia out there? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. My name is Trey with Ghost Tactical. I will be your tour guide for tonight's trip around the world. We do not expect any turbulence, but if there is any, maybe the mask might drop down, but we're too cheap. We don't have oxygen, so you're on your own. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see you on the ground. We'll see you on the ground. We are streaming live over on YouTube if you're out there. We're also simulcasting to X, or the platform formerly known as Twitter. And we're actually out there streaming to Rumble. Hook that up. So if you're over on Rumble, say hello. If you're out there at any of these destinations live, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there unless you do. If you're watching this in replay or listening in podcast form, utilize the comment section. Tell us how beautiful or ugly we are, or how terrible we are, or why that you stuck around and watched this fiasco. But we'll love to hear your comments. But we also invite you to join us live every Tuesday on YouTube or X or Rumble, wherever the hell you are. Join us live for the live studio audience. We got some cool people out here, and especially if you're kind of getting into the gun community and you're looking for some like-minded people, we got some cool ones here. So go say hello and hang out with us for a little while. If you want to text into the show, yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical hotline presented by our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. That number is 530-364-4678. I think, yep, it's scrolling down there. So you can call or text in those nasty comments and texts. If you come up with some decent ones, like I said, man, like get original. We might read some of those texts live here on the chat. So you never know. You never know. Get creative with them. But go check out our friends over at Wilder Tactical. Those guys are awesome. They're good friends of ours, obviously, and they make some of the best gear out there. If you're a gear junkie like I am, go check them out. I'm sure they're going to have some great sales coming during the holiday season, the Christmas season, and all of that. So go check them out over at wildertactical.com and let them know that Ghost sent you. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole, you're in that darkness, and you're looking for some light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I might be able to walk you through some stuff. I might be able to talk you through some stuff. More importantly, I can just be there to listen if that's what you need. If you are looking to get towards some medical attention, remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, or text the word TALK to 741-741. We are spotlighting, as always, the United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we are proud members of the Firearms Radio Network and the Self-Defense Radio Network. Go check out all of your favorite pro-gun, pro-2A podcasts over at firearmsradio.net and selfdefenseradio.net. Let me get this off of my ugly mug and say hello to the merry band of morons. I don't know how this Rumble thing is working. I'm just simulcasting over there, so I don't know if any other comments over there. Is anybody over there?
No, I just put a comment over there to see if it was going to work. And
I have no idea.
Is Twitter coming through, or is it just YouTube that's coming through?
I don't get a whole lot of traction over on Twitter. I have seen a couple comments in the past from Twitter. It'll have like the little X logo on there, but I have never seen anything come from Rumble. This is only my second week doing Rumble. I don't know what the hell I'm doing over there, so I'm just putting it over there to be seen somewhere else.
Also,
I don't know.
You have two accounts over there. Heads up.
I didn't
We
know I
all
had
do.
one, homie.
We all have 2 accounts over there. You have to have
Oh,
your own
see,
account to have a channel.
Yeah, because when I put in Ghost Tactical, it comes up with 2 different accounts, 2 Ghost Tactical accounts. Just a heads up. One's got like 77 followers, one's got 44.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because like Chris said, you've got your personal and then you've got your channel.
Oh, so like I think I put this on the personal. Should I put it on the channel side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how Rumble works, homie. Like I did a Rumble like a year or so ago. It automatically pulled stuff over, but it doesn't do that anymore. So I went over there. I don't know what I'm doing on Rumble. So
we've got 2 viewers on Rumble, and one of them's me. Now we've got 3.
Train wreck, Ghost.
Well, there you
go.
I don't care.
I'll keep a monitor.
Hello to wherever the hell you are.
Yeah, there's 3 people on Rumble.
You can be my crowd control on Rumble.
Okay.
That. All right. From the weirdest state in the union, it's the only state that has 4 letters and takes 2 morons to spell it out. We've got Chris from the 740. What up, homie?
Not much. Thanks for the invite. I think it's going to be a fun.
I didn't mean to call you necessarily a moron, but you know.
Oh, I am.
They say the first step to fixing a problem that many do have one. So yeah. What's going on your channel? Everything going good? You put some videos out lately. You got the
dropped the Influencer X video. Dropped the Influencer X video yesterday. Got a new piece of camera equipment coming in. I get just excited about camera equipment as I do guns. So
I hear you.
Should be able to step it up a little bit once this stuff gets here.
So in the last couple of weeks, I've really thought about finally after 5 years, like diving into the gimbal game, thinking it might just be easier and all that. But like my phone has stabilization and all that. So I was asking, I think I sent a text to like Jeff and the Snob and people I know that have worked with gimbals. And they're like, yeah, we don't use gimbals anymore. I'm like, oh, so I guess I'm way past the gimbal thing. But I guess most cameras now have stabilization, so you don't really need a gimbal anymore,
That's actually what I ordered yesterday. The new M7 from Hohem Drop, but it's got the AI module you put on top, so it'll follow you everywhere, like on the range while you're shooting. And
right on. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it.
That's good. That's what she said. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a Ginger, my lord, and a flatbed Ford. From the Gunners of America and Fully Loaded Reviews, we have John, the Ginger, Soulless Bastard. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How's it going?
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Special teams, special players.
Yeah. All right.
What's
going on in the 2A world, man?
Well, now is the time we're going into kind of a recess with Congress. Everyone's taking the holiday off. We're closed on the 23rd through the 3rd, or through the 2nd. We open back up on the 3rd. But now is the time that we're really pushing everybody to talk about national reciprocity. Talk to your congressmen, your senators as things come through. Now is the time to kind of push it and get things rolling. All
right. Clover knows where I'm getting ready to go with this. I jumped on Clover, had like a little live stream on X. I'm not sure what it's called over there, but he had a little thing on X over the weekend, or a couple days ago. I jumped on it. Space, there you go. X Space, yeah. So I jumped on over there, and he had some dude on there talking about reciprocity. And I said, 5 years ago, like I was, maybe even more, whenever it was, 5-6 years ago, when they were trying to push it through, I was for reciprocity. I'm not necessarily for reciprocity anymore, and I have my reasons. So from your standpoint, a GOA standpoint and all that, I know you're saying, hey, make sure you're pushing reciprocity with, everyone that your elected representatives. So for people, for people that might be on the fence, or hell, might not even know what national reciprocity is, what are the bullet points that GOA is trying to get out there why is it so important for you guys in your minds to support national reciprocity? Because I'm not there anymore. Like I'm not against it by any means, but I'm not there anymore.
Here's what I will tell you. If it passes the way we're hoping it passes, it will mean that anything that is legal in your home state then becomes legal to carry in all other states. So therefore, if you are, that's what they're trying to push. There's
so you're not bound. So it's not like reciprocity now where you're bound by where you're physically
if I go to New Jersey,
bound
I'm
by
not bound by New Jersey laws. I'm bound by Arkansas. I can carry what I want to in Arkansas and New Jersey. Is that what you're saying?
That's what they're trying to push.
Yeah, bound by residence.
Bound by residence.
If that's the case, then I'm for that. I don't think there's a chance in hell that goes through.
No, I don't think there's a chance in hell. Listen, if it goes through that way,
holy shit.
That means that let's take the example, Trey, your favorite gun to carry is a Glock 19. We're just going to say that. I don't care if it is or isn't, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Technically, if you were to go into California, New Jersey, Colorado, whatever, you can't carry your Glock 19.
At least I can't carry the 15-round mag. Yeah.
Right. This is going to open up if it goes the way that we're hoping, where it's bound by the laws of your. You can.
Is it me or is he robot? Is he roboting for anybody else, or is it just me?
He's good on mine.
He sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, I have my weird, like every Tuesday, my freaking thing likes to update. So sometimes it might just be me. I don't know. Anyways, proceed, kind sir.
Yeah. So if it goes the way that we're hoping, and you can carry what is bound by your state in any state, then that gives the ability to go and fight the rosters. Because proof in point, if I live in Nevada and I want to carry a Glock 19 into California legally, I'm not allowed to. But then now with it opening, I can carry it and there's no issue. And that's the hope. The hope is to open this up to more concealed carriers.
That ties back into brewing in a way because it creates a second fucking tier, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah.
That's the whole
that's
point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it goes this way, I could be behind that. But just saying reciprocity across, if it's just reciprocity, right? Then I am more for the states doing what they're doing and say, let's just go constitutional carry and try to get 45 states to do constitutional carry. Because I think there's too many wormholes that could be opened up, because you know as well as I do, when they're going to write a bill, they're going to leave a couple wormholes available to do nasty shit down the road. Now, one of the discussions that Clover and I had over the weekend about this particular thing is it would be great. But as it sits right now, I can carry whatever the hell I want to in Arkansas. But if I go to Illinois or I go to New Jersey or New York or California, I am bound by those laws, which doesn't make any damn sense. Now, if they're going to try to change that, I just don't see how they're going to.
Well, and that's the
I hope they do.
Here's the thing. If we get 45 states with constitutional carry, that would be amazing. But not all constitutional carry laws are written the same.
This is true too.
Not always great. So, I mean, if I remember correctly, I think it was either South Carolina or Tennessee, and I could be wrong. One of them is only for one of them is for only state residents. It's constitutional carry for state residents only. I can't remember. There's a couple of them like that.
Yeah.
Which would require out of states with national reciprocity or national, which would be the bigger thing, would be national constitutional carry.
I don't think that's legal, to be honest with you.
And that's another rabbit hole, so that we can go to different rabbit hole. But with national reciprocity, basically would be the concealed carry permit would be either the permit that is issued by the state or your driver's license, depending on if it's a constitutional. If you're coming from a constitutional carry state to a constitutional carry state, that should clean up some of those laws.
Okay, we'll look at it. Now, Cobra Arms out there says that's asking a lot for local law enforcement to know the laws of all 50 states for what's legal. And that's a good point. Like that's a big burden.
It cleans up maybe some carry stuff, John. But you brought up a good point that I hadn't thought about, which if Ghost got his magic wand, waved his magic wand, and like every state had constitutional carry, that still there would be no implication for rosters, right?
Yeah, or what you could carry. Yeah,
mag
absolutely.
restrictions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, man, I never thought about it with pushing the roster agenda, forward.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like I said, if that's the case, then I'm glad I asked that question because I hadn't really looked too deep into this latest one because I was like, I don't think it's gonna help. If they are trying to, like Clover said, pull that Bruin aspect into this and go after rosters and maybe solidify different things across the board, if they can get it done, that could be awesome. I just don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Can we get it done? We hopefully can get it done within the first 100 days. That's the goal. If we get it done, will it do what we want it to do, or is it going to be a watered down version of what we want? That is the big thing.
It will. Let's just be honest. How it is written right now, I don't even know how it's written, but I guarantee you it's not going to look the same when it gets into committee. That said, is how chopped up is it coming out of committee? I don't know.
Yeah.
Having both sides of Congress might help a little bit with those committees. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
So here is my bigger thing that I had a long phone call with our federal affairs team today. And this is what I've got you guys here in the room now. So I'm going to bring this up. As an industry, does this impact the gun industry in a positive way? Or does the gun industry see this as well, if it happens, it happens? To me, and this is what I've told them, I said, we're better off attacking rosters for the gun industry than we are attacking or national reciprocity.
Yeah, I think if the rosters fall, I think that everything else falls behind it. I don't think the reciprocity itself will do much for the industry. I don't. Well, what I do believe will happen for the industry is if you can start breaking down barriers of rosters, or not even rosters, but magazine capacities, all this, that would hugely impact the industry, because now you've got Illinois, California, New York, 3 major populous states that possibly could start having guns that they want. And then at that point, then you can go after, other things. But I think mag capacity and roster are the 2 things you got to go after. I'm sorry, Kyle, go ahead, or Clover, whoever that was.
I would think magazine and AWBs, and then also NFA. I think that the priorities need to be on the federal level. Our eye has been on that ball for a very long time, and I don't think we need to take our eye. Not that we can't do other things on the side and get the ball rolling on things on the side, but I really do see some light for SCOTUS to make a ruling in our favor on AWBs and mag bans. I see light in our favor when it comes to the NFA falling, or at least parts of the NFA falling. And I think we need to see all that stuff through. And then at that point, we can go after some other stuff.
Here's my thing with the first thing to come off the NFA would be the suppressors.
Suppressors would be first. Yeah, 100%.
Here's my talk with the suppressor.
That, and I think SBRs might be next.
Yeah, SBRs, it would be suppressors and SBRs, and then maybe SBSs.
Well, there's already SBSs. I think they fall at the same time as an SBR.
No, when I say when I say SBR, I'm talking about shotguns, right? I think the SBs, I think those fall together. I think one's gone, the other's gone.
Yeah. So here's my, and I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat, and this is what I've talked about with suppressor companies. Here's the issue that I foresee with at least knocking suppressors off the NFA. We have seen wait times for suppressors drop dramatically, right? So
weeks at this point, yeah.
Weeks. I've heard days. Some people are days, weeks,
hours.
Really?
I've seen it in hours. I've seen it in hours.
Really?
Yeah. Same day, literally same day.
That's crazy.
So here's how I see it. There's one of two ways the ATF and members of Congress can play this. Well, step one is seeing everything. Look, we dropped the wait time. The biggest complaint was the wait time. Right delayed, right denied. We fixed that. Okay. That's one. The thing that's really setting them up is that now we're talking about suppressors being more in common use. So we're seeing suppressor wait times drop so much that people are actually going in and buying them, and we see wait times drop drastically.
Cobra Arms, so you file this form for Friday at 5:30. Got approval today at 12 o'clock. That's awesome.
Yeah. So the question becomes,
so you asked me about the industry, and I think that, let's just make no mistake about it. That's nothing against Kyle or Chase or anyone like that we're industry buddies with. The industry typically, historically, does not get too riled up about two-way stuff. Let's just be honest, right? Let's be honest. Their best sales come when the two-way is under attack. That said, if you ever are going to try to get the industry involved, going after rosters, going after capacity laws, I think that's something that the industry can get into, because now you're talking about something that will affect their bottom line. It can only help their bottom line if you can get some of these guys to push through and get, like Clover said, capacity to get roster stuff done. That does affect the industry. So I think that might be something that the industry can get on board with, because typically they stay away from that shit, you know?
Yeah. And that's go ahead, Chris.
So let me ask this question, because I don't know much about suppressors, because I don't own any and I've never dove into it. So if we so let's say the NFA disappears. Nobody's got to pay the tax stamp anymore.
NFA's never going to disappear. Let's just be honest.
On the suppressor end.
You take the suppressors off NFA? Absolutely. That's possible. Yeah.
Are these companies, I don't know how big some of these companies are, like Dead Air, and I know we got some new upstart companies that have just come around here in the last month or so, but are they even going to be able to keep up with the demand of these suppressors?
There's a handful.
People can just walk into the store and get one.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing, though. Here's why.
They'll have to increase production, which is a good thing.
They can go take out loans, right, and expand their business. But it also, capitalism is fucking wonderful. Other people are going to start suppressor companies.
That's the next thing I was going to ask.
Prices coming down. The suppressor prices will come down.
Yep.
Because there'll be a lot of competition, but you're also talking about more industry jobs. If there's a handful, 4 or 5 suppressor companies right now that probably doesn't have to do a whole lot. They're ready to go. They're big enough they can handle it. Will they have to kick it into higher gear a little bit? Yeah, but they're not going to have to expand everything. A lot of them will have to expand. But now, like Clover says, now economy starts playing a role here. You're getting loans. You're hiring more people. The industry now grows because we're hiring more people to do these things. I think that's only a good thing. And prices will go down because of the competition.
Here's what I'm going to say about that. When the initial wait time drop went to days, suppressor companies like Silencer Shop, Silencer Central, whatever,
Silencer Co. and all of them,
they couldn't keep stuff on the shelf. They brought up demand. The suppressor companies are trying to keep up currently with the current demand. The industry as a whole, and we saw this again, we're talking about the same. If suppressors hit the same number as guns did in 2020, if we're going to correlate those two, because this is kind of like guns in 2020, where everybody's running out to grab one, people are going to run out and grab suppressors if they come off the NFA.
Well, but it won't, because you're limited by caliber, and you're limited by other things, and it's multi-use, and you're still talking about spending the money, potentially hundreds of dollars on something. And I don't see people buying them like they buy firearms, because they could use that on multiple firearms.
Yes, but at the same time, gun companies, and Kyle can attest to this, gun companies, when I worked at Faxon during that, we went on a hiring freeze because we knew historically these companies know that when there's a run, they're going to do what they can to get stuff out, but they're not going to ramp up because the run's going to end. And then they've seen it before where the run ends and then they got to lay a bunch of people off and do a bunch of stuff. So that's...
Yeah, it's a roller coaster for real.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's apples and oranges, okay? You're talking about 2020 was an economic and a social time where things were just fucking weird, right? That's a different scenario than something that people have been wanting for years, but they just didn't want to waste the time with the $200. You're talking about an item coming off let's say a banned list, right? To be freely available. It's a different situation. Will there be ups and downs? Yes. But I don't think it's going to go up and then crash like it has with guns.
2020 is a different. Let's say 2012. Let's compare it to 2012 on the run because that was the big.
Okay, so now you're talking the AR craze. You're talking about the AR craze. Well, once again, what happened with the AR craze?
It crashed.
Okay.
And then we had cheap ARs everywhere.
It crashed. What are you talking about?
All the big boys are all around. Who went away?
Still here, bro. They're all still here.
And there's tons of other companies that rose up during that time.
You look at the last decade. Yeah, it might have gone way up the first year and dropped, but look at where you are right now. The AR game is the strongest game in the industry right now, and that happened in the last 10 years.
Wait, hold on.
I do see what you're saying, John. I do see what you're saying.
I got to address what you said. There was no companies. They're big. Smith & Wesson and Ruger are still around, but we lost Remington, Bushmaster.
You did not lose Remington properties because of the downturn because of 2012.
No, you lost Remington.
There was crappy management of the company from the start, dude.
Wyndham.
Maybe I don't consider Wyndham a big dog.
For every one of these companies that you're dropping, I can name 10 new ones that are probably doing a better job. Let's be honest.
You're not wrong. I'm not arguing.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it hasn't dropped. You might have lost companies, but how many more have you gained? Like the AR game. Ask Kyle. Selling an AR today is harder than it was 10 years ago because there's so many freaking companies doing it now. Like when there was only 5 or 6 companies doing it, yeah.
And I see us
1,000 AR companies.
But that's capitalism. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But that's the same thing we saw during. Think about pre-Trump.
You're not going to win this argument. You know that, right? I'm just.
Yeah, it's fine. I like arguing.
Just joking. No, I love the conversation.
But look at pre-Trump. Pre-Trump, we had all these AR companies, mom and pop AR companies pop up overnight. 2016 hit. And then all of a sudden, we saw a bunch of the mom and pop and the pop-up AR companies just disappear. And then 2020, we saw them pop because the slump. Nobody was buying ARs. Nobody was buying guns.
Okay, a little bit. But let's be honest. How many of those little companies got bought out by other companies? They didn't go anywhere. They just joined bigger companies. There was a lot of these smaller companies that just got bought for whatever their bolt carrier group that they were doing or whatever they were doing. The company's like, hey, you know what? It's easier for us instead of developing our own. It's easier for us to go and purchase that mom and pop company, give them a couple $1 million, keep them on for a couple years as an employee than it is to develop our own. So yes, some went away, but someone went away in a good way, right? I'm just saying. I mean, there's all sorts of things. Yeah,
it's also business. There's no fucking guarantees. You have to be a good business person, right? There's, like I said, there's tons of other factors that are completely unrelated to, companies can survive market downturns. It happens all the fucking time. So
yeah,
to say it's solely because of a market downturn is not accurate. It's one of many things.
Real quick. I'm sorry. I'll forget if I don't do it. I'll come right back to you. RTAC out there says, if suppressors come off the NFA, I'm assuming that's what he meant, the NFA, would they still require backgrounds? As it stands right now, they wouldn't, because they wouldn't be a firearm. Now, will there be some, let's just say they decide to take suppressors off NFA and they might change them. Well, it's going to be
but you do fill out a 4473.
Maybe they could.
Yeah, they'll
you
still
fill
have
out a
backup.
4473 for a suppressor right now. That has nothing
Yeah.
to do with the NFA.
Yeah.
So they could theoretically come off the NFA and still require a 4473. They could, and I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying too.
They'll still be considered serialized assets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're still serialized. They're not firearms, but they are serialized, and I think that they probably will. Now, could they change that? Sure. Do I think they will? No.
There'll be a cold.
Anyways, go ahead, John. You were saying something. So, yeah.
I want to bring Kyle in real quick on this because Kyle has seen this. Kyle, do you get what I'm saying, right? Because if Anderson were to go into the suppressor game, you guys would build a suppressor, but you wouldn't ramp up intensely. You just build a suppressor and just run it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling what we would do. I guess we'd have to look at it, crunch the numbers, and see what makes sense. Right. But at the end of the day, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying because I've lived it. Like AR companies, even Anderson, like sometimes when the market's slow, you start to see people get let go for things like absences and things like that, like bad attendance. And you hate to see it, but I mean, it does happen. They start just kind of trimming off some of the not so sexy records there. That's just.
But once again, that's business.
Don't understand.
That's just business, though.
That's
every industry. Yeah. When times
I think that's what John's getting at. Is like,
yeah.
I don't understand what John's getting at. Like, I don't understand. I don't get your position.
So, like, a lot of factors come into play. Like
you're saying politics. What you're saying. Oh, well, if this happens, right? Then all these companies, have to try to keep up with demand. They don't have to. As long as they've got enough demand, they can work. They can crank out what they can crank, and 100% of everything they build all day, every day, they know is sold. There's nothing wrong with that, and they keep the lights on and they pay the bills. So I don't understand the issue. And if you say, well, but then that's gonna create. What am I thinking? Where you like not rain checks, but fuck, what do you do when you back order? That's going to create back orders, demand. Then that's capitalism, baby. That's room for another company to rise up and go, fuck. Well, if these big companies have 6 months of back orders, we're fixing to tool the fuck up and make some suppressors. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think what I'm saying is this.
Hold on. Let Kyle finish his thing. And then
I'll come go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say in rebuttal to, John, correct me if I'm wrong here. You're saying you're not going to add like 30% manpower to the company and buy a new facility, and you're just going to turn tool some machines up. Actually, you're just going to crunch the numbers, like you guys were talking about the back orders. You're going to see what the back orders are out there, and you're going to estimate what your demand is, and you're going to just I don't know.
Will there be companies that add a couple more machines, add a couple more employees? I think there will be if the numbers are crunched. I'm not saying they're going to go and build a whole new facility. I think they're going to add on. I think they're going to expand what they have, maybe by a little bit. But Scott out there says that what he's afraid of is a lot of new companies will pop up and make junk. That's free market, bro. Let the new companies show up and make the junk, because you know what? If it's junk, they won't be around very long.
A lot of the junk, I feel, will be mitigated by people doing their own. Because I'm going to go.
So I'm not into 3D printing. A lot of people say 3D printing. 3D printing with suppressors. That's
have the right kind of printer and material. Right? You got to have the right kind of stuff and material. Ask Jeff with Gear Report about that.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna close on this, and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kyle's seen it. I've seen it. Gun companies, from historic numbers, are afraid to invest a lot in expanding the company due to the ebbs and flows of the firearms market. That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's
I understand typical business. I wouldn't even put that on the gun company.
Yeah, that's
but again, I don't get your point, because there are companies that have been around for 100 fucking years through countless ebbs and flows, and they're still around. So that's a business management issue. Again, it has nothing to do with whether or not suppressors come off or not. Like the market will take care of itself. It's proven over and over in every single sector that it will.
Even the stock market takes care of itself over time. Don't panic when there's a downturn. You know what's that? Go ahead, Colin.
No, it's definitely a management. It's definitely a business management issue. But I feel like Clover's has got a lot more experience on guys like John and myself, because I think what John and I are relating to is COVID. And I will say,
I would not do anything as COVID as a model. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I think what John's getting at, and I've seen it at Anderson, is like when COVID hit, like we beefed up, like manpower, like we were up to almost 300 employees, full-time employees. These aren't temps or anything like that. And man, when
pimps,
temps.
I know, I'm just messing. Okay. I had to say it.
Pimp those cans,
man. I want some. Anderson's rolling with pimps now. Hell yeah.
But what happened when everything slowly slipped back into normal is like the demand dropped, and then we're sitting there like, well, fuck.
Yeah. So G out there's got a great idea.
Yeah, he does.
Or great comment.
Yes,
and it's a valid point. If without the stranglehold of the NFA, like innovation on building cans and stuff, I see go through the roof. Like there are things that probably hadn't even been attempted with cans.
Well, no, because there's no reason right now for these suppressor companies to invest all of this money into innovation and suppressors if it's just going to be a pain in the ass to get. Now, if it becomes less a pain in the ass, there could be some cool ass shit coming.
I would say it's more like Ghost Tactical sitting there thinking, "Fuck me, you know, what if you built a can like this? That would be epic, right?" Well, look at all the hoops you have to go through, right, to build suppressors, right now.
Yeah.
Even personally, look at the hoops you have to go through. Remove all of that, and you can do it on the weekend in your garage just because you feel like it. You may come up with the next best thing. You don't know.
That's fact.
Scott, I will never see anything in Walmart. Maybe in like a sportsman's warehouse.
You might at Walmart, because
in certain places,
I guarantee you in Arkansas, with all the hunting here, you'll see them in Walmart in Arkansas. May not in other places up north, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one more thing, and then we can move on. Here's my thing.
No, I love the conversation, man.
Yeah, I've lived through. I was in the industry during the first Obama run and the Obama crash. Then I was in the industry during the 2016 run, and then the 2016 crash, and the 4 years after that kind of went down. Then again in the 2019-2020 run. My worry, I think I'm hoping that we see innovation. I'm hoping we see everything. But after these couple years of this crash that's just happened after the post-COVID crash, that's kind of the market's getting back to where it should be, or where it was. It's not where it was, but back to what we would call normal. I don't see companies investing in manpower and machines. I see them just pumping out the bare minimum to make it. I mean, we're seeing like, and I talked to Chase earlier. We're seeing at NASGW, and I think Kyle, you were there, but NASGW, we didn't see any innovation in new guns. I don't foresee us seeing many new innovative.
I want to say that EAA had the most new products. There.
Yeah. I don't see us seeing that happen going into SHOT Show either. A lot of companies are holding back the cash flow. Waiting on pins and needles.
It was a brutal year this year, bro. It was a brutal year for the industry.
Well, their money, if things go the way that seemingly they should go, I'll just say
seemingly,
that.
Sure, yes. Yeah.
Their money is going to go much, much further in a year or so.
Let's hope.
Than what it is now.
So
I said if things go the way seemingly they should.
Yeah.
The two biggest things that I could foresee helping the industry, and this is John,
a better fucking economy and interest rates going down because people don't have any money right now.
That's one. But the thing that I could see helping the industry from the legislative side, this is me speaking, not as GOA, but as John.
This is John speaking. Yes.
There's John speaking. The two
Hang on,
things
let me clip this so I can put John from the GOA said. Hang on. Okay, go ahead.
As he's wearing his hoodie and his hat. I'm not with GOA. No, really.
Yeah. All right. So
cover the logo on the hoodie, man. Cover it up.
Okay. So the two big things that I see, and I've talked to Chase about this too. Two big things that would really help the industry. Number one is rosters going away.
Yes, 100%.
Number two is the for sporting purposes clause.
Yeah,
I think that's number 3, in my opinion.
Number
I think
3.
Number two is capacity restrictions. Because you're going to allow a lot of guns in the industry that aren't allowed in a lot of these states. If they just did that, there'd be a lot more customers.
I'm tying in capacity with rosters. In my brain, I'm tying.
Okay, if you're doing that, then yes. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
When I think roster, I think specific guns. But if you're going to tie in capacity, absolutely, then yes.
Rosters are like a first cousin to an AWB anyway.
Yeah.
Number 3. Fine with that, then. Yeah.
Number 3. And I'm going to get a lot of flack for this one, is getting rid of Pittman Robertson.
Nope.
I knew Clover would say something about it.
Why?
But that would be number 3.
About.
Why?
Pittman Robertson, because, dude, that gives 15% margin to all the companies again. That's a tax they don't got to pay anymore.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So
Pittman Robertson is a 15% tax on shotguns, rifles, handguns,
it's good
ammo, and that tax
to who?
That tax goes
the government.
That tax goes to the government.
It basically funds parks and wildlife departments, basically in hunting and public land and that sort of thing for sporting purposes.
I can maybe see him dropping it, but do you want that wildlife department to go out? Because we need the wildlife department to stay there too.
Just redirect it to something else.
And where's it going to get Okay, so first of all, we know that the industry don't give a fuck about rights in the 2A and the community and whatever. At the end of the day, they care about their bottom line, right? And I'm speaking in general terms here. Obviously, there are companies that do 100% absolutely give a shit, but y'all get what I'm saying. So you do that. It's not like they're going to carve out 10% or 5% or something to go to things. They're not going to freaking do it, right? And then how does this get funded? Well, if people want it done, it's going to have to come through taxes in some other form, some other way anyway.
Well, my thing is redirecting it to off of guns and more onto the outdoor equipment space. Kayaks, paddles.
An expansion. That's an expansion of Pittman Robertson.
Well,
and when you start, here's the problem. The problem is you take guns off of it. So you're going to take guns off and you're going to replace something else. And all the lobby for something else is going to throw a fit and go, we're still talking sports and outdoors here. So I'm on board. If you want to expand it and then lower the percentage. So you say, okay, we're going to go with like all
10%. We're going to add more to it. Yeah.
But since we're expanding all of these outdoor products, like, wakeboards and, whatever the hell, right? Since we're expanding it all into all of that, it's now 7%, or it's now 6%, or it's now whatever.
My thing is, the two things that I would like, the one thing that should be removed from Pittman Robertson is handguns.
Why?
Why
does it need to be on there?
Handguns are used for sporting purposes all the time. You just said we needed to deal with the sporting purposes clause.
Yeah.
I just don't like Pittman Robertson. That's
now you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was until 5 minutes ago, but I'll tell you this much. As much as I say that this tax could be shady, or it is what it is, if it's the main thing that's controlling the wildlife department and a lot of their projects, like, why the fuck do we want that to go away? Because it would go away.
That's the side
from argument. The information that I'm getting, I didn't know anything about this till 5 minutes ago, so I'm speaking out of my ass here.
No, and here's my thing: Pittman Robertson, for the people that don't know, Pittman Robertson funds public lands, public shooting ranges, all that stuff. That's part of Pittman-Robertson and the tax. I want the tax to be removed from guns because it's a constitutionally given right.
But
let
okay,
it stay on like camping equipment, add all that stuff in to take what we need for guns. But that's my personal opinion. I think it could be removed from guns and it would help the industry by adding 15% because it's a 15% excise tax. Give them 15% more margin.
Here's something that Scott brought up.
You got the faith they're going to pass that on. You're so cute, John.
This
I know it's never going to happen.
Hold on. I got something to say.
Yeah, go say. Sorry, he said something. I had to respond.
But do you?
No, not really. No. But no, like Scott brought something in. So like, is the piss chase off another friends of ours in the industry? But what about raising import taxes on firearms imported and let that go to fund it? I mean, there's maybe ways, but like from what I'm hearing, and once again, I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know what I'm talking about on this, but this Pittman-Roberts, is that what it's called?
Pittman-Robertson.
Okay, Pittman-Robertson. If this goes away, do we want to have a whole outdoor wildlife organization that is crucial in how people raise their kids, right? It's crucial part of some people's lives to go away. Or can we, like Clover says, expand it or change it, maybe drop some percentages over here and over here, but ultimately we're actually raising more money doing it a different way. I get what you're saying. Guns are a constitutionally protected right. I understand what you're saying, but there has to be something. If you were to tell me that this Pittman-Robertson was funding like the Pickleball Association of America, well, I wouldn't give a fuck in the tax. But I do believe that, the wildlife department and all of that, those departments and those organizations that sounds like this thing's funding, I have to do more research. Like there's a lot of people that's crucial to some people's lives. So, I mean, I don't know. I have to do some more research. For me, I don't know.
It touches a lot of people in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I just heard about. I mean, I didn't know there was this thing going on. So,
G-Webs
is going to try to do this. In his mind, this is a beautiful thing. He says, "I feel like a common sense solution to put a tax only on 9mm guns and ammo." There you go. I would say 40%.
And here's one of the fucked up things when you start talking about Pittman-Robertson and you start talking about getting rid of all that, and you're talking about we have so many different taxes and fees and other shit in this country that is absolutely squandered 110%. Like it's insane, right? Oh, we've lost $1 billion. How the fuck does an apartment lose $1 billion? Right?
Yeah, no,
your fish and game and your wildlife departments are some of the most conservative, fiscally conservative, responsible departments in the fucking country. That money is I have no doubt in the vast majority of cases that money is getting spent super responsibly. And maybe that's just coming from Texas and Texas Parks and Wildlife here and knowing the folks with it and, how they penny pinch and how they do tons of research before they spend any money to make sure that what they're going to do is actually going to make a difference. Do they need to do something with this population control or that population control? And they'll study it for a year or two sometimes before they spend a dime.
Yeah. I'm all for raising taxes on anything 40 Smith & Wesson, anything revolver style. So I'm okay with that. I'd be fine with raising.
I support that as well.
Yep.
I mean, Cobra Arms isn't wrong.
I mean, sure. Yeah. There you go. All right, let's move on. We could talk about this for 2 hours. I actually want to have some fun tonight.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Too late.
Our Christmas
Too late.
Fucking listen, leave it to the I was talking. We talked national reciprocity. And it spiraled.
Hey, we're bringing pasties to SHOT Show. I've had it with this.
Oh snap!
I'm kidding.
You know what, Kyle? I was going to have you.
Shirtless Kyle. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Kyle, I was going to
shirtless
have
Kyle
you.
would rock pasties.
Kyle, I was going to have you in a meeting with Tim Macy, the president of GOA, so you can introduce yourself and talk. No, not anymore. I'm going to cancel him for that meeting.
Well, thanks for the heads up. I need to get me a suit or something.
No, dude, just show up.
All right.
That sexy voice that you hear in the background is from Anderson Manufacturing. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, homie?
Oh, I forgot we're still on intro.
We're still on fucking introductions. God damn, dude.
What's up, Trey? Hey, thanks for having me on, man. And John, congrats on the promotion to the Rumble moderator of the Armed Citizens podcast.
He is. That's going to be an item on his resume. I guarantee you.
Yes. We have 7 people watching right now.
Hey, you're on my IMDb of the Armed Citizens podcast, dude.
Yeah. Wow. What's going on, Anderson? You guys still rocking and rolling?
Yes, sir. Ramping up for SHOT Show. Kind of getting everything cleaned up. We're doing a factory safety or a stand down for the next 2 weeks following Friday. So we'll come back January 6th.
There you go.
And that way we handle our annual maintenance and get the factory cleaned up and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you got to do that every now and then, don't you?
Inventories, audits, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a fun time, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. From the great state of Texas, the gatekeeper of everything Texas pride, we have the one, the only, the tactical virus. I mean, Leprechaun himself. What's up, Clove?
Yo. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One's for Kyle.
Okay.
Send it.
So, did you get shirtless at the Christmas party? That's what I want to know.
Oh, man.
It's a solid question.
I wish. I completely missed that opportunity. But I did have a sick-ass patriotic Santa Claus with a American Eagle Hawaiian shirt. So
that's pretty badass.
Shout out to my mom, Julie, if you're out there listening. Thank you.
That's pretty badass.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Fluffy says we need a shirtless Kyle patch. We definitely need a shirtless Kyle patch.
And then second question for Chris. How was the Influencer X?
You gotta watch the fucking video, man.
That was the 45. I'm gonna watch the video because it's a 45.
Yeah, I am real happy with it. I had a couple failure to feeds.
Yeah,
but
45 does that sometimes though.
Yeah, and it was with the 2 worst ammos I brought out. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
With a little time, that'll fix itself.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we're double Kyle. Wow.
We got 2 doses of Kyle.
Yep, I'm real happy with it, Clover.
The muzzle flip's more what I was talking about. We were talking about that, remember?
Yeah, there really is none. I mean, with that thing weighing 2.5 pounds, it's such a flat shooting for it. I mean, it's nice. They did a really good job on it.
Did you say 2.5 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2.5 pounds.
Wow. Yeah, that'll take care of a lot of that muzzle flip just from the girth.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Cool. That's what she said. That is exactly what she said. All right. Let's try to get this done in 7 minutes. I don't know if we can or not. Let's try to get it done in 7 minutes because I want to have some fun. You guys know that every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday over in our YouTube community tab, we have the Pony Polls. The Pony Polls.
Let's go.
There you go. He's got to see. We can't see Kyle. John's hooking you up. He's getting the shit done. Let's take a look at our polls this week, real quick. Which one? Hot chocolate? Or are you going to go the pumpkin spice latte? Chris, hot chocolate or pumpkin spice latte?
Hot chocolate.
Ginger, I know you're going pumpkin spice latte. You just look like a pumpkin spice latte guy.
Hot chocolate.
Disappointed in you, Ginger. Be true to your roots. The ginger roots. Clover, what about you?
I'm gonna be severely disappointed if this one was any fucking where near close. Hot chocolate.
The only reason why I put this is I saw a thing that said that the pumpkin spice latte is the largest selling drink from November to January in the world. I'm like, it can't be selling more than hot chocolate. Like, there's just no way, right? Or I didn't want to put coffee because obviously coffee would blow it away. But I was like,
well, that's
there's
the
no
issue.
way in hell, you know.
So
Basically,
that's why it is, right? It's because coffee is huge, and in between those times, what coffee do people get, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a special drink that they're only drinking in that time. They're going to drink coffee anyway, right? And
Yeah,
so they're opting to do that special one.
It just surprised me that I heard that the pumpkin spice latte is the number one beverage sold in that 2-month span in the world. I'm like, that's just insane to me.
But,
so yeah, exactly. Kyle, what about you? Are you a hot chocolate or pumpkin spice latte guy?
My immediate response was hot chocolate, but hear me out, guys. For the caffeine content alone, I'm going pumpkin spice latte, dude. I need caffeine.
I don't like your premise, but I respect your decision.
Real quick,
I will grit through the horrible taste for the caffeine.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, John.
Can we throw frozen hot chocolate onto hot chocolate as well? Because if you haven't had frozen hot chocolate, it's delicious.
It's called,
especially from Tim Hortons.
Delicious.
Tim Hortons frozen hot chocolate. Ooh, hits the spot.
It can't be frozen hot chocolate. It can be frozen chocolate drink, but it can't be frozen hot chocolate. It physically, the physics don't add up, John.
Right.
It's either hot or it's frozen. It can't be both. Like, it physically and literally can't be both.
Yeah, but
we'll call it ice chocolate. We'll call it ice chocolate or frozen chocolate, but we can't call it frozen hot chocolate.
So what do you do? What do you call
the chocolate formerly known as frozen?
There you go.
What do you call hot chocolate?
Or formerly known as hot, it would be, wouldn't it? Formerly known as hot.
If it's hot chocolate, right, and you freeze it, is it not?
It's a block of fucking chocolate ice at that point.
It's the fudge bar formerly known as hot chocolate.
Yeah, or you can call it a frosty.
That's true.
Yes, kind of what it is.
Yeah.
90% were correct.
Hell yeah.
There's still 10% out there that have lost their ever-loving minds. Kyle, oh man,
they probably all shoot CZs too.
Probably, yeah. 90% were correct that say hot chocolate. All right, this one is interesting. What's more important to be in a go bag? First aid kit or bottled water? We'll start with you, Ginger. What's more important to be in a go bag?
I'm going to say, first aid kit, because I can get like a water purification thing.
Right? You can find water. This was kind of like a trick question, and it backfired tremendously. Clover, first aid kit, bottled water.
Water.
You think water is more important to be in a go bag?
You're under the premise for 3 days you're going to get injured somehow and need the first aid kit, which you will that's predicated on something may happen. Well, in 3 days you're going to die of dehydration if you don't have water. So
in 3 days, if you can't find a water source, then you shouldn't.
Again, you're making the assumption that, you know what I mean, that you're going to find a water source. What if you can't?
Okay.
And so if we're going to assume one way, we can also assume the other and go, I'm going to assume I'm not going to need a med kit.
Okay.
Can I address Scott?
I respect your position. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I address Scott? I live in Arizona. I'm taking a med kit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I live
Kyle,
in Arizona. I'm taking a med
water or first aid kit?
You go right ahead.
All right, so I always gotta make shit complicated. Does the first aid kit have iodine tablets in it?
I don't know. I guess you could put together whatever med kit you want.
Oh yeah, I'm taking med kit.
My med kit has water.
Mine has an IV bag.
So
Or
I'm
you
good.
can have like
I'll change my answer
like
if that's the case. I'll just
or you
take
can
my
put like
med
a
kit.
life straw or something. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if your med
that's
kit
it.
has an IV in it, then fuck it. You're good.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hell of an idea. Why wouldn't there be an IV? Huh. Uh-oh.
One of those shot show IVs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
Interesting.
Go juice in it.
Yeah. Chris, first aid kit, bottled water.
I'm going first aid kit. I think Kyle made us all think about this differently now.
Yeah. 71% say water. I just didn't see that happening. I wasn't saying that I expected first aid kit to get 71%, but I thought it'd be like, around 50-50. 71%. Because in my mind, I can go find a water source, right? I can find a water source. And here's another thing. I'm not putting bottled water in my go bag. I might have a case of water in the trunk of my car, but I'm not going in my go bag, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's just
one bottle.
Maybe one bottle, but it's not going in before my first aid kit goes. What's up?
I've got a weird question. Can you drink an IV bag, or does it have to go intravenous?
I've never tried to open up an IV bag.
I think you'd be good drinking it. It's going to be like drinking salt water, though.
It's salt water is all it is. Yeah. I mean, but I guess technically you could. I've never, I don't know.
Scabbing some Kool-Aid, you'd be good.
Yeah, bring it back in the Kool-Aid.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. All right. Our last question. This is the second bracket of the top 4 best Christmas movies bracket. The number 2 seed, Home Alone. These are my seedings, by the way. Versus the number 3 seed, A Christmas Story. The winner of this will go on to face A Christmas Vacation. So, Clover, we'll start with you. Home Alone or A Christmas Story? This is pretty brutal, actually.
It's pretty brutal, but if by very slim margin, I say A Christmas Story.
Okay. Kyle.
I'm going Home Alone, the Sticky Bandits.
Sticky Bandits. Christopher.
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Ginger.
Christmas Story.
Okay. I think that there are parts of the Christmas Story that I love better, but from beginning to end, I really just enjoy Home Alone. 68% say Home Alone. 68 to 30. How is that possible? 68 to 33. That didn't add up to 100%, YouTube. Anyways, 68 to 30, we'll say 32 or 67, 33. That means that Home Alone is going to go up against Christmas Vacation. It could be interesting. Those, my friends, are the pony polls. Go check out our friends over at Anderson Manufacturing. Check out all their social medias. Let them know that Ghost sent you. If you would like to go and support Anderson, go on their website and do all that stuff. Utilize one of many discount codes. One of mine is Ghost. Chris's is Chris from the 740, all one word. Ginger's is FLR, and Clover's is CloverTac. Support. We do not receive a penny off of these. These are discount codes that Anderson and Kyle have done for our viewers and our friends. Save yourself some money, right? Speaking of which, I know you guys are going to be shut down for the next couple of weeks. Does that mean that anything ordered online will probably be not coming anytime soon, at least for the next couple of weeks, Kyle?
That is, well, if you get your orders in before the end of this week, you're still going to be on time. Yeah, anything ordered after Friday is not going to make it till January 6th.
Okay.
So
get
your orders in before Friday.
There you go. All right, let's get rid of that. So what we're going to do tonight, boys and girls, is we're going to have, for those of you who've been around for a while with us since 2017, we used to have some fun doing a lot of bracket shit back in the day, and we haven't done it in years. I thought it's fun. It's kind of the Christmas time. Let's have some fun. We're not going to do like Christmas movies or anything like that because that would just be so we're going to do a bracket tonight. So how I've done the bracket, it's a 16 team bracket, right? 8 on one side, 8 on the other. On one side, in the red corner, if you will, on the left side of the bracket are all gunfight movies. What I think are the best gunfight, not gun movies, but gunfight movies. Yeah, Travis, is only losers do brackets on their shows. Yeah, you were part of this losership at one point, so let's just be honest. So in the red corner, it's all gunfight movies, and we're talking modern, like in the last 20 years, right? In the blue corner, on the right side of the bracket, we're going like war movies, modern war movies, right? In the last 30 years or so. And then the winner from each side will go up against each other to see who wins this fucked up bracket. So we're going to have fun. What I need is there's 5 of us. I'm not going to vote because I'm the one who put the bracket together, unless I need to vote, which I shouldn't because I'm not over on YouTube, so I'm not going to be able to do like a poll in the chat, but I'm going to watch it. You guys have a vote in this. We'll go through the room, and then you guys are going to have a collective vote for each bracket, and then we're just going to have fun with it. So what I'm going to do real quick is share screen. Do that. Can you guys see the bracket? Now, you might not be able to see it great. Let's see if I can make this. I don't know if there's a way to do this like better. Can you guys see it okay or no?
It's not going to be good for those on mobile and stuff anyway. So
do I need to share it?
If I go full screen, it's fine, but anything else
should I even share it or just take the share screen off?
That looks good.
Fine. You were fine. Either that or the way you were.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. All right. We'll stick with this. All right. So the first match, we're going to start on the gunfight. We have our first matchup, John Wick 4. We could have gone with any John Wicks, but John Wick 4, I think, had some epic fucking gun scenes, right? Gun battles. John Wick 4 versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, which is actually a pretty damn good movie, especially with some gunfight scenes. So I want to hear your votes out there in the chat. John Wick 4 versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ginger, let's start with you.
John Wick 4.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going John Wick 4.
Okay. Clover?
Yeah, John Wick.
And Kyle?
Wick me.
All right. I figured that, so there doesn't need to be anything else because that's a clean sweep. So let's go John Wick 4. Our next one, an underrated movie, in my opinion. The Accountant versus Unforgiven. 2 pretty good solid choices. That's going to be a good one. Chris, let's start with you. The Accountant or Unforgiven?
I got to go Unforgiven on this one.
Not a bad choice there, sir. Clover?
Oh, this hurts, but the Accountant.
It does. It's there. Yeah, The Accountant. I'm not a big Ben Affleck fan. This is easily my favorite Ben Affleck film.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll come back to you. Kyle?
I'm going to go with The Accountant.
Okay. Ginger?
Are you coming back to me?
Yeah, you said it's tough.
I said it's tough.
I never heard
immediately. I immediately said The Accountant.
Oh, I did not hear you vote. Okay, so
I was like, this is going to hurt, but The Accountant.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Okay. Ginger?
I'm going The Accountant as well.
Okay. Yes, he did. Midnight Raid says he had a fucking minigun mounted in his garage. Exactly. Yeah. So Let's go accountant. I love this movie. I was honestly expecting Unforgiven to win it though. That particular one. So I'm kind of happy that it played out that way. Our next one in the gunfight movie, Sicario versus Boondock Saints. Clover, we'll start with you on this one. Sicario or Boondock? Boondock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Solid. Kyle.
Yeah, Boondock Saints for me.
Okay. Ginger.
I'm gonna go Boondocks only because he comes out of the ceiling.
Fair. If you guys haven't seen Sicario, by the way, go see Sicario. Great movie. Chris.
Honestly, I just watched Sicario for the first time a few weeks ago.
Really? Did you like it?
I did. I loved it. But I'm going to have to go Boondock Saints because I've probably watched that movie 50 times.
No, I got it. I get it. A lot of people wouldn't have guessed that that Sicario would have been on this list. This is my list, by the way. Sicario is a great movie. A lot of people don't know about it. Both Boondocks movies are good, and both Sicario movies are good. Let's be honest. The newest one, it's not as good as the first one, in my opinion, but it's still not bad. This one's going to be a fun one. The Equalizer or Heat? Kyle, we're going to start with you. The Equalizer or Heat?
Equalizer for me.
Solid. Ginger?
I'm going to go with Heat. Nothing more iconic than that short-barreled M16.
No,
M4.
No. That's why they're both there. Chris?
I'm going Heat. I still watch that movie a couple times a year.
It's great,
I
isn't
absolutely love that movie.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Clover?
Give it to the chat because I go Equalizer.
All right, so we have a tie in the room. So we'll go about 30 seconds, and right now, let's see. I've got a vote for Heat and a vote for Equalizer. So let's hear what you guys have to say out there. Heat or Equalizer? Which ones that got the best gunfight scenes in the movie? So it's tied out in the chat right now. We'll give a few more. There's another vote for Heat. So that's 2-1 Heat.
You're on Rumble. Comment away too. We've got a couple people.
If you're on Rumble or on X, we do have a moderator over there that can monitor the Rumble chat. So absolutely. It's 3-1. It's 3-1 Heat so far on the YouTube side. So if you guys are Equalizer fans, then you need to speak up now, as you got about 15 seconds. So
ain't enough. Heat's got it.
I think Heat's gonna get it. I'm gonna let this go. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, Heat's gonna move on. Heat is gonna move on. I was not gonna be upset with either one of those. I am gonna be upset about this next one because one of my favorite movies is gonna be gone. Second round.
Yeah,
John Wick. Yeah, it is. John Wick 4 or The Accountant.
You're not going to jump over to the other side?
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Well, I was going to get done. Yeah, let's do that. Let's
go back and forth.
Right, so now we're going to go modern war movies, right? War movies. First round. This one's going to be brutal. I know where I'm going to go.
All of these are brutal.
Yeah.
This
Saving. Yeah, this is a messed up one, man. Like it is. Saving Private Ryan or Act of Valor. I'm not voting but I have a feeling that my vote isn't going to matter, unfortunately. Ginger, Saving Private Ryan or Act of Valor? I'm hoping for a huge upset here.
Saving Private Ryan.
Damn it. Chris.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I know. I should have put Act of Valor against Saving Private Ryan. That was just a stupid decision on my part.
It doesn't matter. You should have.
Yeah. Clover.
You should have, because here's my thing. If you say Saving Private Ryan, I've got to question two things. First, I've got to question whether or not you've ever seen Act of Valor. And then second, I've got to question your fucking sanity, because the gunboats scene alone will win this
the
fucking
Swift
bracket.
Boats and miniguns is the best, greatest scene in any single movie ever. If you've never seen it, go to YouTube and just say Act of Valor like boat scene. And you're welcome, folks.
Yeah, Act of Valor, hands down.
I agree.
Saving Private Ryan's wonderful. I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
If you're talking war movie, Act of Valor.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's awesome. Kyle?
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. Damn it. I knew this was going to happen. Unfortunately. Man, I'm telling you guys, if you've never seen Act of Valor, the acting is shit. It's a terrible acted out movie, but when they made that movie like 10 years ago, they weren't just SEALs. They were active duty SEALs. They weren't actors. Active duty SEALs making that movie. I watched the movie for the first time. I said, that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But those motherfuckers, whoever trained those motherfuckers, like, is the best movie trainer ever. Well, I come to find out they're actual SEALs. So, like, that's why their handling skills were, like, dead on.
Real quick, we've got some comments over at Rumble.
Okay.
So one guy has put in 3 comments. This is Rumble Stoppable or Rum Stoppable, said, looking for a movie to watch with my dad. Nothing like John Wick, but more realistic. More details in real fights like The Gunman.
Huh. So he doesn't want like the John Wick-esque, right?
Yeah, it says nothing like John Wick, but more realistic.
So we brought up Equalizer.
Equalizer's
to me,
that's
Equalizer is very John Wick-esque, but it is way more realistic. Like Denzel does not fall 6 stories and like live. You know what I mean? Goofy shit like that in Equalizer.
Yeah.
He legit gets hurt.
He said with Sean Penn, The Gunman.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Let's see if I
So here's the problem with that. I would say the Equalizer's up there. I would say Sicario's probably up there. The reason why I say that is most gun movies like that have like the gun scenes are going to be so over the top, unrealistic, anyways. But
hang on. What about Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon?
Oh, he wants something where they do more planning or do more details in planning. Yeah,
Nobody's fantastic.
Oh, yes. Nobody. I just thought about Nobody.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, Nobody. That's definitely got to be on the list for sure.
Yeah, Nobody's a really good gunplay movie, especially the scene where he goes into the gun. Was it a gun shop he went into?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy sees his tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great movie. Great movie. There's a lot of like war movies I could tell him to go see, but if he wants like a realistic gun movie, like it sounds bad, but there's almost no such thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of action gun movies. It's over the top, crazy, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Our next one, Platoon, Lone Survivor. Platoon or Lone Survivor. Chris, let's start with you. Platoon or Lone Survivor?
I'm going Platoon.
Okay. Clover.
Yeah, I go Platoon.
Kyle.
Yeah, this is another brutal one.
It is a brutal one. They're all gonna be brutal. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
brutal ones.
I'm gonna go Lone Survivor.
Okay. Ginger.
I am also going to go with Lone Survivor.
Oh, okay. Get him, chat.
Oh, all right. Chat, Rumble on YouTube. It's up to you.
3 platoons like, already.
Yeah. It looks like platoons on a YouTube side of things have taken the early lead. Ginger, anything out there on Rumble?
Nothing out there on Rumble. He's saying that there's a lot of trash out there and everything new is trash, and then Marvelic movies is trash new level. I'm guessing he meant
Marvel movies.
Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, No, the Platoon. It looks like Platoon is going to win in the.
Platoon's almost sweeping this.
What's that other Ben Affleck movie? Is that The Town where they wear the mask and all that?
With him and Jeremy Renner. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
But Accountant, in my opinion, is his best movie.
I love The Accountant.
But no. But I'm a Jeremy Renner fan also. So the town's pretty good. And I tell you another one. What was the one that there was the true story where like he was CIA and they went over to the Middle East to film a movie, and it was all about getting like people out of there. Fargo, man, that was a good movie too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our Rumble Chat guy likes old Van Damme movies and Seagal and Norris movies.
Okay, then
yeah, right.
Then you can't be fans of those movies and ask for a realistic movie check, Our
target, right? Especially Seagal, really.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Old 90s movies make the new storytelling seem like trash, is what he's saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right, our next pick, 13 Hours or Black Hawk Down. 13 Hours or Black Hawk Down. Clover, we'll start with you on this one.
13 hours.
13 hours, all right.
I think so.
Kyle?
Black Hawk Down.
Okay. Christopher?
I'm going Black Hawk Down.
Ginger?
This one is a really tough one, but I'm unfortunately going to side with Clover and make the chat decide. 13 Hours.
Yeah. This is a movie. It's great for my favorite movies, but I've never seen Black Hawk Down. I've never seen Black Hawk Down. I have told myself that I'll never will watch it. I was there a year after all that shit, and I don't really want to watch that movie. But I've heard from a lot of people that it's a great movie. And as far as like a war realistic, a lot of people say that Black Hawk Down is a very realistic movie, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to see it. But I've heard it's fantastic. So my vote, it doesn't matter, is with 13 Hours. But it looks like Black Hawk Down is kind of
13. Black Hawk.
We're picking up some people on Rumble. So if you're on Rumble, we've got this bracket going on. If it's tied up, go ahead and comment what your favorite movie is.
Black Hawk Down or 13 Hours. Black Hawk Down or 13 Hours. These are not porn. These are not Black Hawk Down and 13 Hours. These are not porn videos. These are actually war movies. So, right now it looks like Black Hawk has got. I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds to see if Rumble does anything. But on the YouTube side, it's Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Anything, Ginger?
No, just
Black Hawk.
He just put a recommendation in there of We Were Soldiers, and these are all good movies, but QHO, pick them and what your faves on the side. So I don't understand what QHO. Maybe
I think he meant to say who.
Yeah.
Well, Rumble are weird.
Yeah.
I have to agree with him, though. We Were Soldiers is the greatest war movie of all time.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
And
that's coming from a Marine, and that's an Army movie.
No, I get it. It's good. It's probably top 5 for me. I do not put it number 1.
Top 5, but it didn't make your 8. That makes no sense.
What's that? No, these are modern. These over here are modern.
We Were Soldiers is.
Well,
what are you talking about?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking something else. No, I was thinking something else.
And that's weird because you said you've never seen. Well, you've intentionally not seen Black Hawk Down.
I've intentionally never seen Black Hawk Down.
Never mind. Yeah.
The reason why I put that down there is everyone has told me how good it is. Like every person I've ever talked to about it said it's fantastic.
You're saying
not to watch it.
And then you say modern, and you got like Platoon in there.
I said the last 30, 40 years.
Apocalypse.
What I'm talking about is not like the old 50s, 60s war movies.
Yeah,
I'm talking
right.
Basically Vietnam era movies and forward, right?
I've never heard of this one. The Thin Red Line.
The Thin Red Line's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
And I don't count 3. He also said 300. I don't count that as a modern war movie.
Well, they're a good one though.
It was a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it is. Apocalypse Now or Hurt Locker? Apocalypse Now or Hurt Locker? Kyle, I want to start with you first.
Apocalypse Now for sure.
All right. Chris, Apocalypse Now or Hurt Locker?
Apocalypse Now.
All right. Ginger?
I'm going to go with Hurt Locker.
Either way. Clover?
Oh, I'm aligning with Ginger again because Hurt Locker is one of my favorites. And
it's good.
You just mentioned him earlier, and it's like, yeah, I agree.
Jeremy Renner is phenomenal. Jeremy Renner's a hell of an actor. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
G Webb says I don't watch Boogie Nights for the same reason.
That's all.
That's fair.
Hell yeah,
That's fair.
Roller Girl. You don't like Roller Girl? Come on.
That or Magic Mike. Does Magic Mike give you PTSD, buddy? All right, chat. Rumble on YouTube.
We've got a vote for Hurt Locker on Rumble.
Hurt Locker or Apocalypse Now. So there you go.
Two Apocalypse now on YouTube.
Yep.
So.
2-0. So it's 2-1 if you count the Rumble side. For
Apocalypse. Apocalypse will take it. That's a classic.
You know, the funny thing about Apocalypse Now is it's got one of the most famous quotes in any movie ever, and a lot of people don't know like what movie it's from. Like everyone knows, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but very few people actually know what movie that came from. You know, it's kind of funny to me. Another Apocalypse Now. Anything on the Rumble side?
Nope, just the
one Hurt.
Yeah, he said Apocalypse Now is just a drugs.
It's fair. So was Vietnam. So let's just be honest.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now wins that one. All right, let's go back to the gun movie. Second round. John Wick 4 versus The Accountant. This is gonna be a brutal one. Ginger, let's start back with you. Ginger,
John Wick. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I get it. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be a sweep, probably. Chris, John Wick or The Accountant?
John Wick.
There you go. Clove.
Not as much as it hurts because it really does. John Wick.
Oh, it is. It is. Kyle.
Yeah, Wick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I hate to see The Accountant go. I do.
I do too, but I understand. Second one. Boondock Saints versus Heat. Chris, we'll start with you on this one. Boondock Saints or Heat?
It hurts me to do it, but I'm going Heat on that one.
Oh, really? Kind of an upset there, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love both of them, but
yeah, no.
I got to take Heat over Boondock Saints.
Yeah. Clover, what about you?
No, I go Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. All right, Kyle.
I wish I knew the prayer, but I'm going Boondock Saints.
Okay, Ginger.
I'm going Heat.
Oh, so we're tied again. So, all right, I need to hear from the chat out there. Got about a minute. Boondock Saints or Heat? This one's gonna hurt. All at this point, they're all gonna hurt. But yeah, this is interesting. Boondock Saints or Heat? I've got one Heat already out there. One vote for Heat is taking the lead. Anything over there on Rumble, Ginger?
It looks like he said Heat versus the Town better line. I'm guessing he's putting Heat, but hasn't really come out and said Heat. So it looks like we've got the two.
We've got a sweep over here. We got a sweep over here on YouTube for Heat. So, all right. I don't think they're going to come back in a short time. Let's just move along. Let's go Heat for the win. All right. On the other side of the bracket, war movies. We have Save It Private. Oh my God. Saving Private Ryan versus Platoon. Holy shit. We're talking the battle of mega movies here. We're going to start with Clover on this one. Saving Private Ryan or Platoon?
Well, I thought you started with me a while ago, but no, maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is just me.
Yeah.
It is, but because it's more modern, I think maybe Platoon.
Okay. Kyle, Platoon or Saving Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan.
All right. Ginger, Platoon or Saving Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan.
Christopher?
I'm going Saving Private Ryan.
Interesting. To me, that's a bit of an upset. Not that it's a bad thing. I honestly thought that Platoon might pull that one out. All right, interesting. Last one of the second round. You have Black Hawk Down and Apocalypse Now. Kyle, let's start with you. Apocalypse Now or Black Hawk Down?
I feel bad because you haven't seen this, but Black Hawk Down.
No. I'm choosing not to see it. So yeah.
No, I know that. I know that, but it's just you don't. It is a great movie.
No, I've heard that from everyone. I was like, and I've heard a lot from our guys that said, as far as realistic, it's pretty realistic, and that's why I don't see it.
I get it.
But I've heard it's phenomenal, and maybe one day I will. Let's see here, Ginger, Black Hawk Down or Apocalypse Now?
Black Hawk Down.
Oh snap, Christopher.
I'm going Apocalypse Now.
All right, Clover.
Black Hawk Down.
Really? All right. I was not expecting that either. But then again, I haven't seen it, but Black Hawk Down. All right, we're going to the finals of the gunfight movies. John Wick 4 or Heat? John Wick 4 or Heat? Ginger?
I'm going John Wick 4.
Okay. Chris?
I'm sticking with Heat.
He's riding or dying with Heat, baby. I love it. Clove. Heat
Wick
or Wick?
Wick.
All right.
Wick. Yeah.
All right. Kyle?
J-Dubs.
J-Dubs. John Wick for the win. All right. Wow. Finals of the war movie. Saving Private Ryan or Black Hawk Down? Chris, we'll start with you on this one. Saving Private Ryan or Black Hawk Down?
Saving Private Ryan.
All right. Clover.
For the first time in the bracket, Saving Private Ryan.
Interesting. Okay. Kyle.
I wanted to put this one up to the chat, but I'm going to say Saving Private Ryan as well.
Okay. All right. If you put it to the chat right now, Black Hawk Down is leading in the chat right now.
I think Heat
Ginger
was on the other one.
It was, yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm going Black Hawk Down. I'm going to step away from everybody on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it looks like Black Hawk Down would have won the chat, but it didn't come to that. So Saving Private Ryan. All right. And I know this is a weird championship, if you will, but the overall championship, John Wick 4 versus Saving Private Ryan. At this point, which movie do you like better? Right? Which movie do you like better? Clover, John Wick 4, Saving Private Ryan.
I feel good. I feel good. Saving Private Ryan got one vote from me finally. It was a fantastic movie. I have no problems with it. You give me the two, I'm going with John Wick 4.
There you go. There you go. Yep, I hear you. Kyle, Saving Private Ryan, John Wick.
Oh,
Yeah. He just says, I love, this is the best part of it. I love the sound effects we're getting. Oh my God. Ugh. Wow. All night.
Saving Private Ryan.
Really? All right.
Yep.
I won. Ginger.
For what it has done to the gun industry, I'm going to say John Wick 4.
All right. Christopher.
Saving Private Ryan.
Bingo, bongo. All right, chat. Saving Private Ryan or John Wick, which is a better movie?
Saving Private Ryan just won. Just going by the trend in the old buddy duddies in the chat.
So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 to 1 in YouTube. 4, yeah, like Saving Private Ryan's ready to take this. What's Rumble doing?
Nobody's commented on Rumble since and not bank robbers and hitmen. So but if you're on Rumble and want to comment, John Wick 4 versus Saving Private Ryan, go ahead and put it for the bracket.
On the YouTube side, it's a slaughter over here.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any.
I don't think we're gonna get any
4-1.
So saving. This is honest to God. I figured John Wick was going to win the whole thing because it is what it is, right? Saving Private Ryan in a mild upset for our favorite movies of this bracket. Saving Private Ryan.
But okay.
Craziness, I say. Good job. That was fun. We were soldiers. I mean, I only had 8 movies, and I just went with like my favorite 8 movies, like that I thought of off the top of my head. And obviously, there's some that I didn't think of. There are ones that slipped my mind or whatever.
Now, Rumble he's brought up a couple ones that we didn't put on the list. Full Metal Jacket didn't make the list.
They did not make my list. No,
because
I'll tell you why. Had they ended the movie after the boot camp scene, and all Full Metal Jacket was Arlie Ermy and boot camp scene, one of the best movies ever. I can't stand the rest of Full Metal Jacket. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a shitty movie.
Now, another good movie he brought up that's not on here, but I don't know if a lot of you, if you guys, is Greyhound with Tom Hanks. It's a really good movie. It's about a sub hunter during World War II. Tom Hanks is the commander of a sub hunting ship.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
So G23 says Die Hard,
yeah.
And when I first seen him put that out there, I was a little bit upset that Die Hard wasn't on the list, and then I forgot Die Hard can't be on this list because Ghost said no Christmas movies, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Go to Disney Plus. It's under Christmas movies. I'm just saying.
I like Die Hard. I was never a huge Die Hard guy.
Love Die Hard.
I enjoyed Die Hard, but I haven't seen it in probably 20 years.
Watch it on Christmas Day.
It's not one of those things that I just I gotta go watch Die Hard.
You should watch it Christmas Day.
Nope. I only watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day.
Well,
so
that's why I say you should watch it.
Thanks, G Webs. Appreciate that.
I mean, he's right. People who hunt sandwiches aren't that interesting, and I don't care about Tom Hanks hunting the best sub out there. Like, what is the best sub? Is it a club? Is it a meatball? Is it like what's the best sub out there?
Philly cheesesteak.
I tend to agree with you. That's my favorite.
With cheese.
But I also enjoy. No, God, fuck you. I also enjoy a good club sub, like a club sandwich sub. I enjoy a good club.
I do love a turkey club.
What do you mean? That's the only way you eat a Philly is with cheese whiz. That's how it's designed to be made.
No. Chris, what's your favorite like sandwich or sub? Like, do you have a favorite sub sandwich style?
Sub, I'm gonna go. Probably gonna go meatball.
Meatball, solid. That's my favorite. My wife's favorite. She loves a meatball sub. She actually, though, at Subway, she found it's called the Outlaw, and it's like a Philly cheese with the cheese sauce, cheese whiz sauce on there. She said it's actually pretty good. So, Kyle, what's your favorite sub sandwich?
I'm gonna say an Italian BMT.
Solid one too. Yeah. Clover, did I ask you already? I don't think I have.
Yeah. My order is usually the what's it called? The All American Club.
There's the one with bacon on it.
Yeah, you take the roast beef off and put bacon on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Subway club. I like the roast beef instead of the bacon. So,
but here's what I do. Here's what I do is
you
I
can
have
go
the
Subway
toast.
and add bacon, so I can get both roast beef.
Well,
and
you
bacon.
could if you're just talking how it's made though. Here's my little trick though, is I have them to toast the bacon. So it's got the crispity bacon.
Hot dog is not a sandwich, dude. Get over it. You've been trying this for 10 years. A hot dog is not a sandwich, and a Slim Jim is not fucking candy, Travis. Let's just get past it. Love you, man. Miss you. Really miss you. We might have to do a sandwich bracket one time. That could be fun. A sandwich bracket versus, like, if we did sandwiches on one side, what would be good to go against the sandwich bracket? Like a pizza bracket or a burger bracket?
Pizza and subs. So yeah,
pizza and subs. Like go a pizza on one side and like a sandwich bracket on one side. Oh, that could be a fun bracket.
Do you guys eat Reubens?
I have to be in the mood. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way. Like, I love them, but they really upset my stomach bad.
Yeah, they're not something like that. I just say, "Ooh, a Reuben, I gotta have it." I've got to be in the mood for a Reuben, and if I am in the mood for it, then yeah, they're really good. But I have to be in the mood for it.
Scott, where did you go where there was a Quiznos? Quiznos is great, but I thought Quiznos was like an East Coast thing.
We have Quiznos here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have Penn Stations?
Nope.
Oh, Penn Station's good.
No, around me, not my home. The only one here in town we have is Subway, but like around in like the bigger town cities, Subway, Jersey, is it Jersey Mike's? Is that what it's called? And
Jersey
Firehouse.
Mike's fire.
And
Firehouse awesome.
Is around here. I haven't seen a Quiznos in a long time around here.
They just put a Jersey Mike's in here. Is it good? I've never been to one.
Straight fire. They're a little expensive, but they are great. Yeah.
I might stop there.
I don't think you can go wrong with a Jersey Mike's or a Firehouse. I think they're both pretty solid.
Yeah, Firehouse is legit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna monitor the Rumble guy anymore. He's saying Subway versus hunting, kill your own sandwich, or shave the hunters' beards and sell guns for Bitcoin. I don't know how I feel about this.
Hey,
guy.
those are my peeps. Those are my peeps on Rumble, man. I bring
John,
a diverse crowd.
You are the moderator, John. You cannot leave your post.
That is your post. Are you abandoning your post?
No, sir.
Pick up your rifle, boy.
Slotskys.
Are Slotskys still around? I didn't know they were still around.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We lost our
That's
Slotskys.
A sandwich shop for sure. I just didn't know that Slotskys were still around. I hadn't seen them forever. My favorite of all time, which they don't have them here, we had them in Dallas when I was growing up, was Blimpies. And Blimpie subs were, in my opinion, the best subs ever. But I think they went out of business a long time ago. But I love Blimpie subs back in the day. I'll have to do a sandwich. My favorite sandwich, not a sub sandwich, but my favorite sandwich. I mean, it's tough to beat a good club, but if you can find someone that does it really well, a Cuban is a tough sandwich to beat if it's done well. I could live. I'm really good, big fans of but I think overall, in general, like anyone that knows me knows that I'm a pretty much a cheesesteak fanatic. So I'm all in on cheesesteaks. So
Tulsa.
Yeah. I had cheesesteak today, as a matter of fact.
Calzone is not a pizza sandwich, G-Webs.
No, it's a pizza burrito, basically.
I would say a pizza pierogi.
It's just a pizza. It's folded over. It's a pizza. You fold it over. It's still a pizza. It's nothing different at all. Period.
Have you guys ever been to Portillo's?
No, never heard of it.
No.
Have you ever?
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, their Italian beef sandwich is my favorite all-time sandwich, and I will drive to Chicago to get that. Yeah,
Kyle, just come here.
They got one in Indy, so next time NRA is in Indy or any shows in Indy, we need to meet up and get.
We've got 2 Portillos here, or 3 Portillos here because of the Cubs training.
Yeah, I've never even heard of them. Must not be a Southern thing.
No, it's a Chicago thing. They only do. They're only in Chicago. And the other thing that we have here that I don't know if anybody who's in the chat is from Buffalo, but we've got Ted's hot dogs and they've got Slyman's hot dogs, and they're so good.
You got them New York dogs?
No, these are upper New York dogs. No, these are better than Nathan's. They charcoal grill them, and they've got like a crunched on the outside. So they.
I don't think Nathan's are the greatest. I mean, Nathan's aren't bad, but I'm not a huge fan. But there is there is a Nathan's there in Vegas.
Yeah, it's right there in the Flamingo.
Right there.
We were talking about this earlier.
We were. I'm really hoping that some of those restaurants that were closed down last year are open back up, because midnight munchies are going to be a thing, you know.
I just hope the White Castle's open.
I could go for an In-N-Out also at midnight, you know, and In-N-Out's not bad at midnight. I'm usually not an In-N-Out guy, but I think the later it gets in the drunker you are, I think In-N-Out gets better.
The one there on the promenade closes at 11, I think.
Oh, well, that's just not going to happen. Yeah. Pat says, if you come through St. Louis, toasted ravioli. What the fuck?
Oh, dude, it's good.
I love ravioli, but like, is that a sandwich? We're talking sandwich. Maybe Pat doesn't know we're talking sandwiches, but is that a toasted ravioli sandwich, or are you just talking toasted ravioli?
Now let's think about this. Is a ravioli a sandwich?
No, it's pasta. It's stuffed pasta.
Would you call an Uncrustable a sandwich?
Absolutely. 2 pieces of bread and shit in the middle.
I feel like a ravioli is the same thing as an Uncrustable.
A ravioli is a stuffed
bread,
pasta.
not pasta.
Yeah.
No,
still carbs.
Kyle, you're wrong. Uncrustable is just a peanut butter and jelly ravioli.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Uncrustable is a PB&J ravioli. Got it. All right. That answers it.
Yeah. Are you saying then at that point that a tortellini is a sandwich? It's stuffed pasta.
No, that's stuffed pasta.
Okay, shut the fuck up. You're so weird. You're so weird.
All right. I have a new take on life. Raviolis are sandwiches.
So
do you think that hot dogs are sandwiches, Kyle?
I think you've already asked me this, but
okay. I'm sure I have, but
it's hard to say that it's not.
It's very easy to say it's not. It's 1 piece of bread.
But you put mustard on it, some relish.
Who puts relish on their hot dogs? Raise your hand.
There is a dividing line.
But he also likes like Cincinnati chili, so you know that's what it is.
Skyline is the shiz.
Kyle, what if we took 2 pieces of garlic bread and put roasted or toasted ravioli in the middle?
Yeah, that's a sandwich because you said garlic bread. And that sounds fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a 2 pieces of garlic toast with ravioli in the middle. I'm in.
That's what I call either a double sandwich or a sandwich squared.
So is lasagna like just a big ass layered sandwich? Is that the Italian club? The lasagna?
Is it dry on the exterior to where it's handheld?
Man, I guess
that's just bad lasagna.
Technically, you could. hold lasagna if you wanted to.
That's my new road trip snack.
Oh snap!
I just take a whole lasagna with me on road trip.
That's so good.
Did we not talk about
that? Is
Shirtless
amazing.
Kyle.
That is shirtless Kyle road tripping with fucking lasagna.
And he's gonna have.
We're gonna see the Anderson crew rolling down the highway to SHOT Show. And be like, holy shit! With the American flag flying in the back of the pickup. Oh my god, that's the greatest picture ever.
Yeah. We're getting told that our Rumble guy has recommended a dozen movies, and now we're talking about food. Well, welcome to
the Armed Citizen Podcast, homie. Yeah. That's how we roll.
Really...
I can turn every single conversation into a food conversation if you give me time.
Speaking of food, what's Kyle's count at? How close are we to him eating 100 conies?
I don't know, Kyle. How far are we?
Yeah, speaking of subs.
Speaking of sub sandwiches,
I wanted to say that so bad. I'm like, I'm not effing myself tonight for sure.
So where are we at?
We didn't forget.
I don't know. Last time I checked I think it was Monday. I was at like 34.
Oh, you lost a couple. Okay, you were at 37 at one point.
Oh, that was maybe 37. 30 something.
34. So.
Oh man, I had people unsubscribe. That's F.
That was probably you that unsubscribed from your own channel.
Like, take Anderson off here, take myself off here.
Let's take Jeremy off here. Hey, is Jen on here? Let's take Jen off here. Yeah. But no. It's at KS Wade 71, I believe, is the channel name. If you want to do it for out there, Pat. You can't really search for Kyle Wade, but if you do the search thing, put SKS Wade 71, knock yourself out, homie. Gotta get those numbers up because this dude legitimately said if he gets 100 subs, he's going to eat 100. Did we decide on the conies? Yeah. Yep. You know how bad you're going to fuck up your insides.
Yeah, but with all that gas, he could fly all the way to
Vegas
without having to
Vegas. Absolutely, he could. Yep.
Save Anderson some flight money right there.
There you go. Yeah.
You did allot me a week also. So just in case.
I still don't think you can do it in a week without doing serious damage to yourself.
I could easily do this in a week.
You could easily. You're going to average 13 a day for a week.
Kyle, I don't think you can do it.
13 conies a day. I don't think you can.
I don't think you can do it. I don't think you could do it. I think you should do it even if we don't hit the numbers. I don't think you could do it.
I do too.
All I'm seeing right now is dollar signs. I could easily do it.
How much is it going to take you? How much is it going to take you to do that? I'm not going to pay for the conies, but I'll pay you to do it.
Now you got to take in the fact that inflation has impacted us. A coney, bro,
I bet you could call and they would sponsor it, give you the conies for free if you videoed it.
Yeah, I mean,
Scott, we've seen somebody.
We can do a GoFundMe. I promise you, we can get a GoFundMe started on this.
Well, I don't foresee me hitting 100 subs, so I think I'm good.
But no, that's what I'm saying is, what's it going to take for you to do it, whether you get to 100 or not?
Oh man.
Oh, you're talking mad shit till it became real.
I'm just saying theoretically it'd be easy.
I'm saying theoretically, I'm saying realistically, let's make this shit happen. Whether you make it to 100 or not. Scott says 100 boiled eggs. No. We've all seen what 36 hard-boiled eggs can do to a man. We don't want any part of that. I promise you. Do we, John?
We could smell what 36 hard-boiled eggs do to a man.
And you had to share a room with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, boiled eggs will change a man.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. What you guys got going on? What's going on for Christmas next week? You guys going anywhere? You hanging out? Family coming to you? What's going on? Chris, what are you doing for Christmas?
We'll go out to my mother and father-in-law's on Christmas Eve, and we'll spend the day here at home on Christmas.
Nice.
We've been called a lazy podcast.
We are very. You're just now getting that, dude.
Yeah. The segment about movies is over. We're done past that. He just keeps coming. Dunkirk, American Sniper, Pearl Harbor. Quick Google next time. The Fury, 1917. Bad food rots your brain. Got it. Thanks, bud.
You stay safe out there. Make sure you wear helmets out there, okay? John, what are you doing for Christmas? Anything?
No, we're staying home this year. We're not going to drive, or we're not going to fly out to Ohio. We're going to stay home.
Are they coming out to you, or are you just going to
just do it? We're just going to hang out.
Nice.
We're going to watch movies, watch football, and then Mel's friend from Ohio who lives here now might come over with her daughter and hang out for a little bit.
Out? Yeah.
Because she's never seen Die Hard. So we said, yeah, you got to come over Christmas Day and watch Die Hard with us because it's a Christmas movie.
You're outside your fucking minds. Outside your minds.
It's literally on all streaming platforms. It's listed as a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. I think you're wrong on this.
The man who made the movie says it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Clover, what are your Christmas plans? You gonna watch fucking Die Hard?
Mm-hmm.
Sending texts back and forth with Ginger all day? Hey, buddy, here it comes. Here comes my favorite part.
Won't have time for that, but yeah, definitely there'll be some Die Hard watching. Star Wars.
Is the family coming over? Are y'all doing a family thing over there?
Yeah, we'll play the Christmas games, and then we've got to go see a movie. At this point, and they're saying Moana 2. I don't know. We'll see what.
We're probably gonna go and watch Mufasa. Just gonna be in our theater here, so we're gonna go watch Mufasa next Christmas. So
yeah, I don't know that
I'm a big Lion King fan, so I'm actually excited about that.
Fuck that. If Scar got cheated, I don't like that. But
this is the origin story. So apparently, I haven't seen the movie obviously yet, but apparently Mufasa was not a part of the family. He was found and brought into the family. So did Scar get cheated? We're gonna find out.
Yep.
He also said if Trump won, he was leaving the United States and he's still here. Who are we talking about?
Oh, somebody's butthurt over an actor, apparently.
Probably Bruce Willis.
Okay, fine. Bruce Willis lives on a fucking ranch in like Wyoming. I think he's pretty good. I think he's all right. I do love the fact that Ellen DeGeneres moved to London, and then 2 weeks after she moved there, her whole fucking house flooded. Hey, karma's a bitch. Just saying. I'm waiting for Tom Hanks to move to Canada. Supposedly he's moving to Canada. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they're just I'm looking at Christmas movies here or whatever it's like, or movies at Christmas, right? It's like fucking not anything.
Well, see, we only have in this town. I can go 45 minutes and see whatever I want, but in this town we only have a one screen theater, and it's going to be Mufasa. So we go in our pajamas and sweats and just whatever's on. So Yoko and I will go and watch it. I don't know if my daughter is going to be gone by then. She's probably going to be gone. They don't want to spend Christmas with their old folks, so they'll probably be going back to Little Rock and hang with their friends. So it might just be Yoko and I going to watch Mufasa. I'm okay with that. Kyle, what are you guys doing? I think I know what y'all are doing. Y'all are gonna be kind of busy during Christmas, aren't you? At the house.
Yeah, we got a lot of packing to do. But yeah, it's kind of the same lines Chris does. The whole family gets together at Mom's house for Christmas Eve, and then we all do our own thing Christmas Day. Now we are gonna pop over to Mom's and open all her gifts for the grandkids and stuff like that.
Right on. I don't even know if you want to announce or anything. You probably don't, but like, when will you be able? Like soon?
Yeah, the final day of December is my move-in date.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yep.
Right. Congrats, by the way. Really happy for you.
Thank you,
Okay, let's see what's on the text line.
It's probably Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh shit! Happy birthday! I didn't know that Patriot's birthday was yesterday. I'm sorry, bro. He's his big 50. Damn, dude. I turned 50 in April, so happy birthday, bro. I didn't realize it was yesterday. So yeah, happy birthday, babe. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a big one. My wife turned 50 on Thanksgiving Day. I'll be turning 50 in April. So we're getting old, dude. Like when you start getting the AARP mail, that shit just starts, fucking with you a little bit. So Ginger still got like 30 years. So, probably 20 years. So happy birthday, Patriot. Really happy for you. And your channel's doing awesome as well. So really.
My age just continues to catch up with the way I act. So it's all good.
Bro, you've looked 50 since you were probably 30. So.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true.
Chris, what you got going on the channel? Anything coming up that you want to plug before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, I got the Influencer X video is up now, and I got a lot coming up. I filmed all day Wednesday and all day Saturday, so got a lot of stuff coming up. I appreciate you having me on. That was fun tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Had a lot of tough decisions that didn't mean anything. It's not going to change the world, but it's fun to do the brackets every now and then. Ginger, GOA and FLR. What you got, Holmes?
Well, let's just stick with FLR because GOA, we're about to go on our break soon.
That's true. You guys are done.
We spent like an hour at the beginning of the show talking about GOA. So, FLR, we've got our launch video that we launched on Monday about the Rock Island Dira Arms MK9 Malik, which we are calling the king of all the all Beretta 92 clones. So check that video. Yeah, it's the king.
Interesting.
That video is out. We are 53 subs away from hitting our goal for the end of the year of 1,000 subs. So
go check out that. Fully Loaded Reviews is almost to 1,000, almost monetized. And Chris, you're getting close to 10,000, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're getting there. Got about 430 to go.
I'm assuming that most everyone that's on this channel is already subbed to Chris and to Ginger. But if you're not, or if you're watching this on Rumble and you're watching this or listening to this in podcast, go to YouTube, subscribe to Chris from the 740 and Fully Loaded Reviews. Do that for me. And then obviously Kyle's, because we got to get him to eat 100 conies.
Yeah, and Kyle pointed out the other day that there is 2 Fully Loaded Reviews up there. One is the original one that was old and not ours, and some lady, they had like 37 subs. So some of the ones that has like 900, it looks like the G.I. Joe logo.
G-Webs wants to know how many hot dogs you guys are going to eat if you hit 1,000 subs. That's a fair question. So G-Webs, I don't think he's going to do hot dogs. If I know Ginger, he could eat 1,000 White Castles, though.
I will eat 15 White Castles at SHOT Show if we get to 1,000 subs, because I have a bunch of meetings that I have to be to the next day.
You don't think Kyle does?
Kyle can eat them before he goes to SHOT Show.
Yeah, there ain't no Skyline in Vegas.
You don't think I can get Skyline chili in Vegas, homie?
Oh,
I could send a case of it to our hotel and just have it waiting on us.
I can order cans of Skyline.
It's not the same if it don't come from the restaurant.
He's not wrong. It's not the same.
I would be willing to bet that Skyline chili might be better from the can. That's not saying much.
No, it's not.
Oh. All right. What else you got coming up, John? Anything like on the horizon?
For FLR, we've got the GX4 video, and I've got a Taurus GX4 carry, which is their carry size, their Hellcat Pro side. That's going to be launching here in the next couple weeks. And then I've got 3 releases coming out that I can't talk about with some companies. that I'm excited about doing. So those are coming up, but so we'll get there, and hopefully we hit our 1,000 subs by the year. And no, for I'm not making free email accounts and following myself. That's how you
anymore.
make
Anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
He's already done that.
I only did 900 of them. Come on, I can't do more
anymore.
Yeah.
Kyle, I know you guys at Anderson are getting ready to take a couple weeks off and do a lot of in-house stuff. Anything that you can talk about or want to talk about that's like first of the year next year or anything like that, or we got to wait till SHOT Show?
We'll wait till SHOT Show.
All right.
But I do want to say happy holidays to everybody out there. This is your last show before Christmas, right?
You know, so next Tuesday's Christmas Eve. Probably won't do one then. If I do it, I might do something Monday. I don't know if you guys want to do something on Monday. All right, anyone busy on Monday, the 23rd?
I'd be down.
I'm off all next week until
we might do something. I'm not going to do it Tuesday because that's Christmas Eve, and we might do something on Monday. Yeah, we might do one on Monday. How about that?
I can definitely do Monday night.
Okay, all right. Let's do something Monday then. We'll have some fun. We'll figure out something to do for Christmas too. But yeah, we'll do something Monday. How about that? So,
heck yeah. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody out there.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Go check us out.
Yes, please go check out Anderson Manufacturing. Clover Bitch. What about you? Anything coming up?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got
Are
a lot of stuff.
You taking a hiatus also?
I mean, not yes and no. I mean, I've got some stuff that I want to do as far as the channel goes, but then there's some stuff around here in preparation for Christmas and stuff that needs to get done. That's going to take me a few days probably. So, I don't know. I mean, up until Christmas anyway. So for the next week, I don't know what's happening, but probably not a lot. Might late one.
I just need it for it to stop raining here is what I need.
Yeah, we had that. About a week or two ago, as you remember.
It's been raining since Friday.
Yeah, it sucks. But I don't know. May Sunday, because I did it Friday. I did the car channel thing, and it was sad. It was fucking horrible. And so I'm like, man, I'm not gonna do it on Friday no more. But it seems to do okay on Sunday, so I may do a late night card thing Sunday, possibly.
Yeah, Friday. A lot of people are busy on Fridays, so Sundays might be a good day for it.
Yeah. Well, the one I did previously was on Sunday, and it did pretty well. So
yeah, I'm down with Sundays.
We'll try.
I like doing the card stuff, but it's tough on a Friday, man, because usually you have plans and shit. Yeah. Faux shizzle my nizzle. All right. Us. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to stop raining. I've got stuff I got to get done. But I might just have to suck it up and go do some range day in the rain. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. So we'll have to do something. But got the Regard X coming. I've got one of the Skilly Gear, the Phantom bag. Gonna do a review on that. It's a smaller version of the Ghost Pack. I got some stuff I want to do with the SAR SOCOM compact still. Some stuff I want to do with the lever action. So hopefully it's not terrible. But yeah, stick around. In the next couple of weeks, there may or may not be a rather large announcement that we'll make public. We'll just have to see. But the next couple of weeks, stand by for the standby. It may or may not affect the channel. Maybe. Anyways, thank you guys. We will do something next Monday. If I don't get to see or any of your names and faces out there, and all of that, Merry Christmas. If you're Jewish, I don't mean to offend you. Happy Hanukkah. For everybody else, Happy Festivus. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. The biggest thing I can tell you is enjoy your family and friends, or just yourselves, whatever, like how you do that. But remember, there are, I didn't want, bro, like seriously, like you just gonna throw it out there like that? That ain't right, bro. That ain't right. Anyways, don't read what he said because that's not true at all. But yeah, no. Remember, there are people that are, just 1 second, Kyle. But there are people that won't be coming home for Christmas this year. So I've been there. I've done that. Kyle, I'm sure that you've been downrange during Christmas, or at least the holidays, at least once. I'm sure it is not as bad as you think. It's actually not bad, but it still sucks, right? It still sucks that you're not home. So remember, people down, and then we send throughout the year. We send a lot of care packages. Last year we raised over $2,500, and I think we're over last year's number this year. I'm not sure if we've reached 3,000 yet, but we're getting close. Thanks to like G23 is a huge contributor to that. Mandatory carry is a big contributor to that. So thank you guys for all of that. But they say now it's about $20 to $23 the average. It's gone up from $15. That's just inflation and shit's getting more expensive. But let's say $25 at max. So like you're looking at $25. There's a gift that we can send over to our guys and gals overseas. So yeah, enjoy Christmas. Enjoy being around whoever you choose to be around. If it's just you, then enjoy yourself too. That can be more fun than you think. We'll be seeing you Monday night for all of us that can. Midnight Rain says, tell the people you care about that you love them. You never know what time may bring. That's it. People that know me and know me like personally and are friends of mine know that every day that I live for today. I'm never going to be rich. I don't save much because I don't know if I'm going to be here in 20 years. So my wife and I enjoy what we have. We live every day as if it could be our last, and we enjoy life. Some people say it's a stupid way to live, but you know what? That's how I live. I live every day as if it's probably going to be the last day because you never know what's going to happen. That said, I say this a lot too. This time of year, there are people that aren't going to have anyone to spend the holidays with. I'm not saying invite them to your house. I'm not saying that. There are a lot of people that are on the street. Man, a warm cup of coffee or hot chocolate or a burger from McDonald's could go a long way when it's cold outside. But I will say this, there's a lot of people are going to be hurting. And sometimes the most important word that you can say to someone is hello. And you might be the only person they talk to all day. So if you see somebody out there and it looks like they're struggling, ask them if they're doing okay. Say hello to them. Strike up a conversation. It might give them enough courage to see one more day. And if they can put a few good days together, and they put a week of good days together. They put a couple of good weeks together, it becomes a month. You put a couple months of good days together, they probably change their lives. So sometimes it's the smallest thing as a simple hello can change someone's life. So be thinking about that. I'm not trying to get everybody down. I'm not trying to be all that. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people out there that aren't going to be as fortunate as you this winter, this Christmas, and all of that. Help when you can. If you can't, hey, you got to live life too. But if you can, help as much as you can. We went and bought some stuff for the local, what's it called? Oh my gosh, where the dogs are, not the canine, but the holy hell, whatever it is, the county thing that houses all the dogs and all that, the Humane Society. We raise money every year. We go buy food for them. They can deliver it. Tractor Supply is a cool thing. If you have a Tractor Supply, ask them if you're into dogs and you're into the Humane Society. Ask them, because our Humane Society here has a deal with Tractor Supply. You go in and buy bags of dog food, and they deliver it to the Humane Society. So the Humane Society was asking for some different kind of like dog, like a dog house for some of the dogs. So we went and bought one. They're going to come pick it up or get it delivered or whatever. Women's roller routine. Exactly. Do something nice for someone. if you're able to, don't put your or your family's life in jeopardy by doing, but if you can do something nice for someone, that's what this whole thing's about, right? I'm not a religious person. I get that, but I can be, as far as understanding the whole idea of Christmas and the spirit of Christmas. I'm a big Christmas fan. I'm that guy. I am Clark Griswold, damn it. I enjoy Christmas and all that, but love each other. It's okay to say, I love you. And it's okay to hug and kiss your kids and all that. Enjoy the time you have together. Absolutely. Enjoy your family. And we'll see you next week. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll see you next week. Semper Fi.